Hello, this is Chiak, and we are playing another pixel game called Whisper of the Machines. This is by the same people who made Kathy Rain, I believe. And yeah, I have a nudity turned off. I wasn't aware that that was a thing, but yes, it's turned off. But yeah, I put up all the tutorials as well, just in case this game does things differently. Or I just can't remember how Kathy Rain did it. Either way, let's get started. Whispers of the Machine. Okay, decisions are permanent, so make your choices carefully. Occasional flashing images, so photosensitive epilepsy, guys beware. Yeah, okay. Decisions are permanent. Oh no. Oh no.
So, what's with the gloomy look? Left someone dear behind?
Yeah. You could say that.
Been there. So, Nordsund, eh? You better buckle up. We've got some nasty weather coming in.
I heard. Sadly, caring about storms is a luxury people in my line of work are rarely afforded.
Oh, and what kind of work is that?
Special Agent, Violent Crimes. Central Bureau.
Well, shit.
Apt. Quite apt there, sir. Oh, wow. Right straight to work, huh? Okay, workshop hall, 2:12 a.m.
You there. This is a restricted crime scene.
Here, just
Vera
here.
England, Central Bureau.
Oh, you're Agent England. Sorry for shouting at you. I'm Gabriel.
Apology accepted. Now, brief me, please.
Certainly, ma'am. The victim is Carl Oscarson, age 33. Stabbed to death by an unknown assailant. He worked here as a carpenter and was found early this morning by a coworker who's sitting over there by the window.
Got it.
Tutorial. Vera's personality. Vera can advance 3 distinct personality traits: empathetic, assertive, and analytical. Your choices will influence all 3, affecting the course of the story and the tools at your disposal. Advancing 1 personality trait will weaken the other 2, so make your choices carefully. Okay. Interesting. Empathetic, assertive, analytic. So empathetic is the W here, assertive is the arrow, analytical is the less than sign. It's the
Sorry about the
mouthpiece.
state of the crime scene. We're not used to this sort of thing.
Okay, so situation seems like where it's like a small town type of thing dealing with a crime here that they either never handled before or aren't equipped to handle it, is what it seems. I get it, but I got to tell you this isn't up to par. Follow my lead, alright? Okay. Evidently, this entire room should have been evacuated. Stay clear of the body would decrease the risk of contamination. Oh, don't worry about Constable. Looks quite typical. Okay, it's interesting. So this, I'm gonna assume... To me, this would be analytical. This would be empathetic. And so the other one is... What was the other option again? Assertive. Okay, that makes sense. So... I mean, do you want to be empathetic or do you want to be... I'm so tempted to go for the analytical one right now. Just like, hey, you guys ever get this in the future? Hopefully never again. This sounds so mean. I feel like I want to go for the empathetic one, but at the same time, we got a job to do here.
Evidently. This entire room should have been evacuated. Staying clear of the body would have decreased the risk of contaminating evidence.
Yeah, maybe we should have established a wider perimeter.
Yes, I would highly advise that.
Oh my
for
god,
next
you're
time.
so mean!
Got it. I'll strive to do better in the future.
Good to hear. Now, give me a second while I examine the body.
Sure, I'll be here.
I mean, it's not so much her words, it's just her tone of voice is kind of like, okay. This choice has amplified Vera's analytical side, okay? There will be many instances like this, strengthening one personality trait at the expense of the other two.
So, is this where you use your X-ray vision?
My what?
Come on, you have to be aware of the rumors. How agents like you are supposed to be equipped with some kind of advanced cybernetics.
I'd love to talk about that, Gabriel, but I'd be breaking the rules. Sorry.
Okay.
Use the left mouse button to walk and interact with objects. Oh, yes, spacebar. Display interactables in the room. Look at that. Click once on an inventory item to examine it, or drag it and drop it to combine with others. Okay. Corpse, Nordsund, Gabriel, old soda fountain.
Alright, we've got multiple knife-sized stab wounds to the chest. I don't see a murder weapon, so I take it none was found at the scene?
That's right. All knives and sharp tools in the building have been accounted for, too.
It looks like the victim was attacked directly from the front. I don't see any major defense wounds, so this was either a surprise attack, or the victim knew the perpetrator. What about any potential suspects, Constable? Did Carl have enemies?
None as far as we know. He seemed to be well liked among the guys here, but the man who found him might know more.
There was a photo in his chest pocket.
In the lower right corner, are your augmentations toggled with a single mouse button. Experiment with your augs to learn how they work. Additional tutorials will appear when needed. Later on, you will unlock different augs depending on how you have shaped Vera's personality. Interesting. Forensic scanner, muscle boost, biometric analyzer. Okay, so obviously biometric would be if you're interrogating someone. Either way, sorry. Drag and drop the scanner to move you around. Anomalies will light up in bright color. The scanner is now in a smart scan mode where forensic anomalies are detected from the environment. Okay. Analyzing. Deceased male, blood type B, 6 hours ago. Added to, oh my god, okay. DNA prints in blade shape added to data vault. Collected scanner samples will be added to your data vault and can be attached to the scanner for a targeted search. Unlike the smart scan, samples will allow detection in areas with a lot of contamination, such as picking up specific fingerprints in a room full of... Unlike smart scan, samples will allow detection in areas with a lot of contaminations. Interesting. Okay. Keep in mind that you won't find any new samples this way, so remember to use the smart scan mode too. Human blood type B. DNA mismatch from current
Post-mortem,
cure.
huh? That would suggest that he likely only touched the body after death.
Pattern indicates post-mortem smear. Okay. Oh, I thought that was something. What? Oh, that was me clicking on the gun. Carl's bio. Matching DNA. Okay, just want to reaffirm that. Okay, I think that's all we're going to get from the smart scan here.
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant. My picture of Alex. I miss him.
Okay, that's something. This is a notebook. Muscle boost. I don't need a muscle boost. Okay, your biometric analyzer will automatically lock on to nearby targets. You can also click the locked icon. What locked icon? This one here? To force the analyzer to stay connected. Lastly, the biometric output may display emotional anomalies during dialogue. Click on them to make them known to Vera before they disappear. Interesting. Okay, so definitely... Okay, don't have to do
Gabriel.
that yet.
Yeah?
Your notebook contains 2 sections, notes and people, who you can click on the arrow in the corner to toggle between them. You can show inventory items during dialogue by simply clicking on them. Carl's murder
I don't think he wants to talk about that again.
Okay.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to tell. I grew up here in Nordsund, and all my family is here. The commissary is my uncle. He's always been the one who encouraged me to become a policeman.
So, how long have you been a cop?
8 years now.
Wow, 8? Must have started young.
Yep, started as a trainee at age 16.
What?
I see.
People, notes. Okay.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Looks pre-collapse, basically a glorified corner lamp. There's a coin slot on the side with a coin stuck in it. I can probably pull it out using some extra strength.
Timer runs out.
Got the coin.
Okay. Okay, we got to examine that.
Looks pre-collapse. It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else with the corpse? I
already examined it.
Okay, so the last is this guy. Anxious, obviously. Actually,
A row of personal lockers for the workers here. Not sure which one belongs to Carl.
okay, and then we have to find out that. Carl's locker. Okay, let's just see. To dormitories. Okay, let's question the guy first. Okay, locked onto the target. Be quick and to the point, he doesn't look happy to be here. Take your time to console the clearly distressed man.
Hey there. What's your name?
I'm Alfred, Carl's friend. Well, we were friends. Now he's gone.
Are you doing okay? Do you have somebody to talk to after this?
I'll be okay. Please just ask your questions so I can go home.
Can you tell me a little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused this shift?
No idea. Whatever it was, he wouldn't confide in me about it.
Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual? How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info. Hey, do you know which one of these lockers belongs to Carl?
Yeah, it's number 2, second from the left.
Okay, I'll check it out. Is there an extra key for it somewhere?
I don't think so. As far as I know, Carl had the only one.
Okay.
What's your opinion on the policeman over there?
Gabriel is a good man. He's been a cop in Nordsund for quite a while.
Okay, just wanted to exhaust all.
Have a look at this picture. Do you know who the woman is?
Yeah, that's just some old girlfriend of Carl's from ages ago.
Is that so? It doesn't look that old. At least Carl looks about the same.
Guess the guy aged well. Any other questions?
You should know that it would not serve your best interests to hide information from me. By refusing to cooperate, you'll force me to escalate the situation with a formal interrogation at the police station. None of that is necessary. I'm only interested in finding Carl's murderer.
I'm sorry. I gave him a promise. The lady in the photo, Carl is still seeing her. Well, was, I suppose.
Why wouldn't you tell me that from the beginning?
It was a secret. Carl said they would both get in trouble if anybody knew.
Why would they get into trouble? An affair?
I didn't ask, but yeah, it could be.
All right. Tell me everything you know about this woman.
Carl said she lived somewhere north of town, but that's all I know.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay, that's it.
That's enough questions for now.
We got the...
Okay.
Unlock. What is this?
Gabriel,
Yeah?
do you know who the woman in this photo is?
Too hard to tell. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Locked. Doesn't look incredibly strong, though. I might be able to get it open with enough force.
See if I can find a key first before I do that.
Hey, I'm gonna go check out the dorm. Where's Carl's bed?
Turn left and then go straight. I left the light on so it'd be easy for you to find.
Gotcha. Be right back.
Okay, I'm hoping to find the key. All the things I can look at. Okay, just everything here. The chest.
Clean clothes and sheets. Nothing interesting. Pens and paper. Nothing out of the ordinary. Huh. Odd place for a ventilation duct. Huh. Both beds look recently used. Dirty laundry. Smells like machine oil.
Okay, is that everything? Yeah, okay, so time for the forensic scanner. Matching DNA. Okay, so that was the bunk he slept in. Fingerprints. Fingerprints again.
Huh. There are a lot of prints around a panel on the air duct.
Just realized Carl's bio's still connected. Okay, Light? No, okay. Smart scan. Any new information? No. Okay, so I think it's really
the
just
panel is screwed on tight. I'll need some way of getting it loose.
We have a coin. We have a coin.
It's an old pre-collapse coin. It's an old...
Oh, drag and drop.
There was a small key hidden inside the duct. A small, unique-looking key. I already searched that.
Just making sure.
I already searched.
Okay. Small, unique-looking key. See if we can use that on the locker. Though, why would he hide that in the ventilation duct?
A small, unique-looking...
I keep doing that.
Doesn't fit. Guess it's for something else. Any idea of what this key opens?
Nope, haven't seen a key like that before.
Okay.
Any idea of what this key could open?
Nope, but it looks small. Some kind of drawer, maybe a filing cabinet or something?
Okay.
Gabriel,
Yeah?
do you know anything about a woman who was seeing Carl?
I'm afraid not. I didn't know Carl myself.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
So, it looks to me like the only thing we can do now
Jeez, try not to wreck the place.
No reason for alarm. I just needed to get this locker open.
Okay.
There was a piece of paper in one of the inner pockets. A pair of large boots with dirt under them.
Analyzing. Soil contain traces of rare flora. Saffron.
I think I'm almost done here. I should just talk to Gabriel before I go.
Just double checking everything's matching DNA. I never actually did this, did I? Matching data pattern. Okay, so this is stuff we're going to be using. I mean, she said...
The note looks like it was written by a woman. It reads, "Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses."
What?
Do you know who wrote this?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
No, sorry. Forgot to...
Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
Okay. Huh. Anything else? It's not like... I mean, someone can get the forensic scanner on the... Okay, just make sure it's smart scan.
Hey, I think I'm done here.
Oh, okay. Mind sharing your findings?
It seems like the murder could be tied to a secret relationship Carl had with a woman. But I'm leaving all options open.
Sounds reasonable. Do you have a lead to follow up on?
Yes, I have reason to believe that Carl recently passed through an area with saffron plants somewhere in Nordsund. Maybe I can correlate that with Carl's movements to the north of town when seeing that woman.
Good. Meanwhile, we'll transport the body to the morgue and have an autopsy performed as soon as possible. Do you want us to keep the area sealed off?
No need. I'm done here and won't come back. You can let the men get back to work.
Very well. I'll let them know.
By the way, how do I get to the police station from here?
Just head straight east outside. You'll see it.
Got it. See you later.
Okay, Vera. Off we go. Museum. To museum, worker, policeman, elevator, west. Okay. So right now we are on the analytical, compassionate side, more so. So I'm really liking the smart scanner thing.
Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
Electrocution, not so funny, so when you have this fixed. Will there also be incineration? I prefer my electrocution by intense burning.
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks.
Okay. At this point, I don't need this thing on because I'm not interrogating anyone.
Hello, Deputy. What are you guarding?
The residence of the first murder victim. The commissary told me to direct you to his office before going upstairs.
I see. I'll go find him and come back later then.
Sounds good, Agent.
Okay.
Looks like an old hovercraft.
Elevator. West to town square. Don't quite know. I can't remember what he said in terms of like getting to the place north side of town with the saffron. Whoa. Hello. Town entrance.
All right, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
This one here. Okay. Town entrance to canteen, sculpture, clinic, to school, north. North is where we need
Nice
to go.
and shiny.
I believe.
I can even see my reflection in it.
Okay, let's just head to the police station right away. I feel like I would want to have the biometric scanner on all the time, but at the same time, the noise.
I'm surprised the
It's
Bureau
gonna
got
annoy
their
me.
thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordsund on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth, and this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume
What?
there are some bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face, in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay. I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation? The nanofluid injection?
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
I felt amazing sense of belonging, like I was connected to everything, everyone around me. It was like a sudden rush, filling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination. A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me, a crystal clear lucidity I've never felt before. Okay.
It was like a sudden rush, filling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
Okay. Stina Roof. Huh, so many things to look at and see.
It's a map of Nordsund. Looks like the center of the disk is hollow. Curious.
To Vera's quarters, doorway to Anderson's office. What does a doorway go to?
Looks purely decorative.
An elevator inside here?
There's a bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful.
Okay. Let's just start taking this stuff
Nice
in.
big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions. Maybe later. Doesn't appear to be functional. There's not even a switch or anything.
Okay. It's like, why the hell is there an elevator in her room? Her quarters? I don't know what this doorway is for. I'm kind of curious about that, but...
Damn good coffee.
I was not expecting that huge slurp.
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee. Nah, I have work to do.
Okay, cactus.
Low maintenance. My kind of plant.
Okay, let's just talk to the guy then.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Oh my gosh.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordsund Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordsund, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Okay. Right. But now that I'm here, I'll assume that you'll check with me before clearing out any future crimes.
Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh?
You have no idea. Sometimes I feel like I'm spending half my time arguing with those fools.
One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic. Dr. Pearson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
Okay. So many things.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. Haven't talked to Carl myself for many years.
I just have it, but I'm sure even though they're like, I'm not investigating.
What do you think of Gabriel?
anyone.
My nephew is a fine officer. He's a law and order kind of person. Stern, but fair.
Oh, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far, Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. At least he brings home a fresh trout every now and then.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn this off because.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years now. I took over when the previous commissary died. I'm married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city now. We're counting the days to Christmas when she comes back to visit.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
I respect her. She's a competent politician. She gets things done, unlike some of the other people on the council. Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but she calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back, and when I'm wrong, well, she won't let me revel in my sweet ignorance for long.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell on the past.
What do you know about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
Do you know if saffron has grown anywhere in Nordsund?
I think so, yes. There should be someone in town with more information.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
So, that's the greenhouse.
A small local greenhouse. A typical site in Nordsund, it seems. I guess Anderson has a colleague.
Books, drawer. Okay, the drawers are there. Files, large book.
Looks like a logbook. Maybe Anderson records his daily work there. Just lots of case files. The drawer is labeled address records.
Okay.
These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look.
Okay.
As expected, nothing new.
Yeah, I don't imagine I have anything to actually... Alright. Well, that's it. Oh, wait. I shouldn't find anything here. Okay, I'm dawdling. I'm dawdling. Let's move on. Where does this doorway go to? Ah, okay. This heads to the jail cells.
probably for opening the cells. I don't need to mess with that.
Okay, we can leave here because we don't need to be here as of yet. So, Vera, we can look at the body in the clinic. To school, to town entrance, to canteen. And the north is to the saffron, which is what Gabriel said. Big plant.
Healthy looking plant. It's a map of the clinic layout. Looks like the morgue is down the stairs, to the left of the front desk.
Okay, good to know. Either way though, I actually have to end the set here. So yeah, I'm liking this so far. This is a good start to the game. Less anxious than this makes me feel less anxious than Beats Cop. Either way, thank you for liking if you liked. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys, see ya!